Alright, hey guys, so what you're watching here is the viewer custom game, Game 1, Team Pawnce versus Team Tsunami is the silver setup. Ignore the borders here, these are like previous season things, so everyone here is silver except for one guy, I believe, who is actually bronze, because we had to fill something on Tsunami's side. But, yeah, this is just going to be me more or less sort of talking about what's going on in game. It's not actual shoutcasting or commentary kind of thing, it's just sort of me musing about what's going on in game, and I guess it's something halfway in between coaching and like coaching people who are not actually listening to me at the time and shoutcasting. So it actually reminds me, I was supposed to get into shoutcasting a long time ago and like actually start practicing. Then I kind of forgot about that. So I'm sure it'll be, at least semi-related practice in regards to that. But for now, I'm just kind of waiting on this thing to load up, even though it says 100%. It was the Karma who was taking forever and a half to load, but needless to say, we will be cheering for our own team, the Rengar, Udyr, Graves, Syndra, and Leona side, versus the dastardly Draven, Yasuo, Corki, on the Disrespect jungle, Vel'Koz, and Karma side. People buying out their stuff. I'm just going to reorganize everything so they're in the appropriate spot here. Oops, you're not top lane. You are top lane. And the Corki jungle, that confused me for a minute there. So probably what I'll be doing is I'll be moving the camera around sort of free look. I know people sometimes like it when it's on direct camera, but you know what, actually, I've changed my mind. We're going to put it on directed camera for a little bit. So it's E and R. Alright, so the item builds are pretty standard. There's nothing notable really at all. I guess the longsword standard is a bit unusual, but it's not, like just the Doran's blade happens to be the more common thing. It's not too weird. Actually, I learned my lesson from shoutcasting before. I have a glass of water beside me here because I end up talking so much of the shoutcasting. I'm just, in general, in person, I don't actually talk that much. So after about 30, 40 minutes of constant talking, it destroys my throat, and I have to stop after about a game or two. But in any case, we got Udyr doing something crazy here. He probably shouldn't be doing that. That's okay. See, this is the problem with the fact that this isn't shoutcasting. It's like there's not a lot to talk about right now. I mean, even if it was shoutcasting, there would be something to talk about, but there wouldn't be too much to talk about. But more so, I want to kind of to sort of reiterate what my objective here is to sort of I want to watch plays and see what people are doing, comment on builds and what people are actively doing at a given time to just sort of say that's probably not a good idea, kind of thing. Strong leash there. By the way, hello everyone who's just joining our chat. We have a pretty big viewership today. Rengar is really aggressive with this. Yasuo is actually quite strong early on. But he's in trouble here, and Sneaky's probably going to die. If he somehow gets out of this, I'm going to be annoyed. There we go. Good job. See, like I said, top lane Yasuo. Like, he's actually deceptively strong, like, in the first couple levels, but, Rengar, I don't really see him winning versus a Rengar. Counter jungle versus the Disrespect jungle. The smite result. Oh no, he's got Valkyrie. The flash burned. Udyr's got to get the hell out of there. Yeah, so that was probably a pretty good choice there, what he decided to do. Corki is sticking around. That is very dangerous of him. That was pretty silly by the Corki. But yeah, that's the thing. When you pick a Disrespect jungle like that, you better be really confident in your play. Like, I know Tsunami picks the really weird junglers, he can get away with it, but I don't know. If you're evenly matched with people in theory, according to ELO, like, people are going to exploit things like that. Like, Udyr's just going to jump in and counter jungle you. How are things going bottom line? CS is dead even. Time being, anyway. And top lane. Rengar did miss a little bit in terms of CS kind of going around, but he does have... How many kills? Yeah, he's got 2 kills, so he'll be able to afford something really nice. Building into that. I can't comment too much on Rengar's build... Oh, I missed a kill there because I'm talking about God knows what. I'm kind of curious how the Udyr managed to get himself killed like that. Corki's coming back with a vengeance. This is not a good fight to really take. This is really dangerous. It looks like bottom lane on... Well, we're going to call it my side. Blue side is my side, right? Like the Pawnce team. Wasn't paying too much attention. No, you're going after the wrong guy. Kill the AD carry. Kill the AD carry. Syndra kind of chickened out a bit. You're going to die anyway. Just turn and try and get some damage. Alright. So that sort of works out in their favor. Yeah, it looks like my team wasn't really paying attention. They probably could have collapsed a bit faster and made that a little bit better. And the focus was a bit bad, focusing down the support first. Like, if she hadn't... Well, there's another kill up there, but I don't want to really talk about that right now. We've already discussed what I think about Rengar versus Yasuo. So it looks like by focusing the support... I mean, she probably would have gotten away if they hadn't, and it wouldn't have been a kill, but Graves would have lived and then gotten a kill anyway. So... They just focused down the AD carry first. Instead, he wasted tons of his burst on a support. Alright, overall... Sticking around. This actually, he's out of mana. At this stage, I'd stick around for another wave clear. Like, he can't actually do much at the amount of mana he has. But Udyr's going to sit there and push the wave out. I don't know if he should be pushing it like that. Pretty confident in his strength, though. Vel'Koz doesn't have any mana. Like I said, you know, he can't actually kill anyone, so Udyr can kind of run around and do that fairly confidently. Vel'Koz shouldn't have even taken that damage. But he knows where everyone is. And the problem is, again, because he has no mana, he can't clear out. So he's going to be in a very awkward position when, yeah, like, she's back now, and she can push the wave out and get him into tower, and he's going to be forced to lose a lot. Is anyone doing anything in terms of build yet? Okay, he's going down the new nerfed Madred's path. They're going Chalice. Pretty standard stuff, I think. He's putting down some pretty good damage. How's the CS doing? Okay, Graves got a decent CS lead. And he has recently gone back. Let's check out his gold total. Okay, no, he doesn't actually have that much gold on him. He can sustain himself up. It's more so the mana I'm concerned about. Graves is his mana was pretty important. Vaguely resembles an AD caster in sort of a general sense. He's not, but, you know, Q. Pretty important for his damage output. Let's see now. Actually, that's interesting. Yasuo has the CS lead, even though Rengar's got like 1,000,000 kills. There we go. This is going to be a dead gun. That... I would have followed that. Back, like... Walking away like that when the person is ignited looks cool, but you never know what's going to happen. I would have just kept walking forward. Like, you know, something weird might have happened. I don't know what could have. Maybe like a pot would have ticked and somehow his pass would have come back or something. You know, just stay in range for the bowler or something. But anyway, it's just... I guess that's just Rengar styling. It's not a big deal. Deep ward, that's actually very, very proactive of him. Not sure why there specifically. I mean, there's slightly more efficient places to put it, but the idea is good. Bottom lane's going quite well. That's actually a very large CS lead. And engaged by Leona. Good stuff. And Graves is chickening out a bit. I think he could fight that with a bit more confidence, especially with a minion wave like that. So yeah, that's actually a general farm lead everywhere. The jungle is more even now. Oh, right, no, Tom did that quickly. Oh, here comes the Rengar, abusing the weak jungle. It's actually a good job what he's doing there. It's quite clever. This is really risky. No, don't do that. Don't do that. That's what I was saying right there. Do not underestimate a Vel'Koz burst. In fact, if he had landed that Q properly, he might have been able to get something there, but now he's going to get turned on. Don't dive, don't dive, you'll die. Okay, good. He realized just in time. It's a bit late to realize that because he took a bit of extra damage, but it did bait out the Ignite, so that's good, I suppose. So yeah, just as I compliment this guy, he has to do something kind of not so good. That was very bad, but not the biggest deal in the world, I suppose. Syndra is getting herself a pretty big farm lead at this point. It's not that big. It is the largest in the game. Actually, her and Graves, the lead, are about the same. Oh, when you look at... No, never mind. Never mind, I'm just rambling here. Oh, let's fix the Fog of War. How do you do that? Let's do no Fog of War, since we're doing the commentary thing. There we go. Properly directed here. You can... Okay, he backed off just in time. Get his shield down, that's good. I'm probably looking at top lane like unnecessarily a lot because I am a top lane. This guy's really proactive with his warding. That was a mistake jumping in on him there. Rengar could have got a shit ton of damage right there. He missed his opportunity. Hey, he wants the cannon minion. He could be aggressively pushing away from the wave there. I know that is a big minion wave, but a lot going on here. Udyr's still aggressively pushing in. That ward's going to catch him out. Udyr knows he's been spotted. He's going to get out. Udyr's getting a bit over aggressive. Now, Syndra's a bit late in following up. That may not necessarily be her fault. That could have just been how things are positioned. Can't comment on that because I wasn't looking at it. Oh, you got caught, sir, between two people. That is very strange. It's like, you know, they should have known that people were coming up. So it's just a mistake followed by a counter mistake. Let's take a look at builds here. Ghostblade, that's interesting. I don't play Rengar at all, so I don't know if it's a good idea or what. I'm not going to comment on that. Other than that, Graves is going for the early BF sword build. Raven is quite far behind. Bottom should really be exploiting this right now. Like, they need to push in hard. Just take the tower, start roaming or something. They're just kind of hovering here right now. They need to go for this fight. Their lead is so big, like there's no way these two can fight them. Especially with red buff right now. Yeah, Leona needs to be standing up further. She's kind of hovering back. That doesn't really serve a purpose. Especially with all the ward coverage they have. Like, there is no way Corki can really sneak in. I guess he could like leap over that wall, but I don't think really Corki's all that strong. So. It's like that how he kind of backs off a bit too much. I think he could be playing that a bit more aggressively. It may or may not net him anything, but you know, at least it shows that his head is in the right spot. The situation top is deceptively, like, not good for the enemy team, but deceptively not horrible because he's got the CS lead. Like, Rengar does get pretty strong, but nothing gets as strong as Yasuo. Well, I mean, there are things that get comparably strong to Yasuo, but he's really, really dangerous. He can keep up in farm and just not fall too far behind. So Rengar needs to be trying to land a few more bolas to get Yasuo's shield down. Whenever you have the chance, you have to get Yasuo's shield on. It's really annoying when you try and engage him and it's up. It's just a huge chunk of HP that you wouldn't have to deal with otherwise. Oops, camera. At least he got the shield down. Good. Not a lot going on here now. Udyr's actually fallen behind on farm. Yeah, it looks like he took the over-aggression thing a bit too far. Like, he was doing well with it early, but then, yeah, he started doing some silly things. He's not actually that strong, so... Right. See, now he's not doing much with his lead. This is the scary thing, where it's just Yasuo can out-free flow him. He's backing out simultaneously. That's kind of a coincidence. He got fortunate there. Otherwise, he might have been got some kind of gank. Mid lane. Okay. Oh, here comes the Rengar with stealth. Should be interesting. He's going to get a kill here. Yeah. He's got a lot of burst. Move to manual camera. I'm moving it around more so than having it directed. It's annoying having to change into it. Bottom lane. They're going to finally take that tower. Like I was saying, that probably should have happened a while ago with the huge lead they had. Now, just because of how much gold has been sent, like, if we're going to check this, I'm going to assume Graves has a ton of gold. Yeah, he's got nearly 3,000 gold on him. So, it looks like he has a huge lead, but if they fought right now because their items are the same, and he's wasting 3,000 gold as inventory, like, that wouldn't go like as well as it should for him. But yeah, he does have the BF sword now, and what else did he buy? Oh, he bought a second BF sword, so I guess he's probably going to go into Infinity Edge. How stacked up is Udyr? 20 Feral Flare stacks at 15 minutes. Not the fastest I've seen. It's not the slowest I've ever seen. Draven picking up some jungle farm there. Graves picks up another red for himself. I don't know if he really needs that. I mean... See, that was an awkward move there. Like, see how he moved into fight at first, then backed out, and then decided, oh wait, I should fight this. Like, it's kind of got to be more decisive. It needs to be one or the other. This guy's going to get caught out here, so that'll be fine, but... Slightly unnecessary use of a double ult there, but oh, there's a big fight going on there. He ulted when had an ignite on him, so that's a bit unfortunate. The trading kills that way. Yeah, but more so, because this is the viewer war thing and my stated objectives, I'm more interested in what Graves is doing than like a potential kill up here. But yeah, you see how like he kind of went in, what I was talking about, then said, oh wait, I'm going to chicken out, and he backed out, and he said, oh wait, I can fight him, and then he went in. Just do one or the other. Don't get caught between those two modes. Even if it's the wrong decision, at least be decisive to the point where you can learn to be decisive about the right things all the time. Graves could fight this. Yeah, he's got complete vision. Everything here, like no one can really sneak up on him. He could have, I think, fought that out, especially with Leona backing him up. I mean, I suppose it's possible, their jungle could have been lurking right here, but that's fairly unlikely. So now he's just getting caught out. So he was aggressive at times when he shouldn't have been, and was kind of chickening out when he shouldn't have been. Like it's playing a bit schizo, I suppose. The Fog of War has messed itself up again. Let's go back to all Fog of War. And I need a drink of water, because my throat's starting to give out already, and it's only been 18 minutes. Alright, oh, I just realized, probably my face cam is covering things up, so let's actually take that down. Is it covering up like wards or something? So I'm just going to take that down for the time being until I can fix it. There we go. Alright. Where tower is going. See, now this is interesting. single objective goal is very, very close. Why is that? Farm, 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 farm. Vanguard's just roaming and doing his thing again. I don't understand why this gold is so close. A tower here, a tower here. So they only have a 1 tower advantage. They have CS lead almost everywhere and a dragon. Weird. This will boost it back in their favor. Oh, Corky taking a nap there. That was really dangerous. If Syndra had her ult, I think he probably would have died. Fortunately for him, Syndra... Oh, Syndra does have her ult, but it's not very big right now. Oh, right, chat. Raven's passive is part of it, but it can't account for everything. It's going to be part of the equation, but it shouldn't be a lot, especially given the massive CS lead that's going on the bottom lane here. That's gold tribute. Okay, that accounts for about 400 gold. Frost Queen claim gives a lot of gold. Anyway, I'm going to stop thinking about it. It's a boring subject. Fairly confidently on this part of the game, they're starting to passive off a bit. He's going to keep roaming. He's not actually spotted out because that ward is hidden behind there. It's a dead Raven. He can keep doing that just because of his huge lead. You can actually kill this guy if you... Yeah, there we go. Another kill. Back off. This is the instance where you do back off with the ignite, because they're really nearby. Now at this point, yeah, they should probably... My team should probably start grouping up hard. Have a really big lead. Yeah, they're starting to get a pretty big lead. Especially with Yasuo at the stage where, like, again, I say he's keeping up with farm, but he doesn't have any big ticket items yet. Yasuo, once he gets, like, what's the item called? Like, static shiv, then he gets pretty strong. Oh, we got a duel here. Oh, jungler, disrespect jungler wins versus the Udyr. But once Yasuo gets, like, his first big ticket item, like static shiv, then he'll be really, really good. Then he gets the second big ticket item. What's it called? Infinity Edge. Then he starts to become really, really scary. For now, though, like, even though he has kept up in farm, it's not a huge issue. But before that can even potentially be a problem, they do need to group up. Like, the enemy team does scale quite well in terms of their burst damage output. And burst damage, like, especially in this elo bracket, I believe this is a silver game, that can surprise people pretty easily. Why Rengar is going to be so effective right here, because he's just going to leap in onto people. You went for the wrong target. You should have gone for the Yasuo first. That was the safer target. But he flashed way too far, and yeah, got way too overconfident now. See, this is what I'm talking about. They're losing fights because of overconfidence. Like, if they just grouped up and fought normally, I don't really think there's a way, barring, you know, massive screw up on our team side, that they could lose it. But, yeah, no, they tried to... Rengar's like, I got 1 billion kills, watch me carry the game. It's like, nope, nope, I flashed onto the wrong guy, and now I got my friend killed too. At the very least, Graves is doing something up there. You know, he knows where everyone is. Graves should have pushed on that tower a bit harder. Like, the only person missing was Vel'Koz. And Vel'Koz can't really catch up. You can see Vel'Koz coming and then just E out, you know, worst case scenario. He could have taken that tower. Maybe he could have killed it. I don't know if he actually killed it. He would have taken it really low. You know, you have vision of things. You got to exploit that fact. So she's going to clear that ward out there. You guys need to be gathering at Dragon. Rengar should not be going top. He has more than half the team's kills. If a fight breaks out at Dragon and he's not there, that could be major problems. Like, fortunately for our team, it's not. But you know, Rengar's making a pretty big mistake here. Like that's what he's doing is very scary. Onto him. Again, that was a bit of indecisiveness. If he E'd first, might have been able to burst that down. Especially since he has red buff, the snare would have been nice. Okay. Backing off. This is really risky, but I think it's going to work. We got a kill. That's not worth it, though. Going 1-for-1 when you're the most fed person on the team. Like, he just traded himself for a Corki, who's, you know, it's Corki, what does it matter? Like, it's good that he's, like, wasting time and distracting them, letting them get the tower down here, but the tower was so low anyway, they're going to get it regardless. Yeah, Udyr, I mean, Rengar needs to calm down. Like, if our team is going to lose, it's because Rengar is going to do something crazy. Like, I don't think it's going to happen, but that's, like, the #1 way I see a turnaround happening. Did he steal that? I think he did. Actually, an interesting choice of boots. He's got swiftness, alacrity. I can see where he's going with that. I don't know if it's a coincidence or intentional, but it's kind of like, yeah, this team has a decent amount of pick potential. I don't know if they need even more of it, but it would make even more sense if he was trying to do a split push thing and he could just kind of run around at very high speeds all the time, but he's not really doing that either. So I don't know. I think in this instance, I would have just kept things simple and built tank boots. One kind or another. We all saw that Leona Mr. Sword thing. Udyr. It's quite a dangerous fight, actually. Yeah. Graves is probably buying something nice. How much gold does he have? What? Why'd you back Graves? There was absolutely no reason for you to back. Did you DC? Don't do it, Rengar. Don't do it. Oh my god. So yeah, like I said, the game has passived out a bit, unnecessarily. Like, why is our team on the back foot here? Like, why are they hanging back? Why are they being sieged? They're the ones that need to be sort of dictating the flow of the game at this point. Instead, you know, they should be able to get a good counter gauge off this, but for now, Belkoz's just poking them down. They got caught there. Not quite happening. Ooh, this is dangerous. Very dangerous. Fortunately, Yasuo split top. Graves disappeared again. Why did Graves do that? That is going to not kill. Oh, so close. Graves is starting to split too much. Like, especially when it looks like a fight could happen, you can't just wander off like that. Yasuo's case, I kind of understand why he did it. His team was backing off anyway, and then he was going to grab some quick farm there. I mean, it still wasn't ideal, but he doesn't quite get the kill. Down goes Yasuo. So this is this an inhib? No, it's not. They're too weak. Good disengage. Fortunate it worked out that way. This is actually quite dangerous. How healthy are they? Okay, so they're pretty weak right now. They can't do too much. You can't catch an Udyr. He's way too fast. He's going to get out fine. Vanguard, don't try anything. I'm scared he's going to try and go for this, which is going to be a bad idea. See, this is really silly. He has no idea if anyone is like here, and he can be seen because of these minions. Like, if you're gonna do that, it was a bad idea to begin with. If you're gonna do that, at least kill the minions first. Like, all it would have taken was Corki missile, or Q missile, and he would have died. He wouldn't even need to Valkyrie it over. It would have been a safe kill. It's not like he has particularly good ward coverage here to ensure that that's not happening. Like, this is the only thing, and he could have just walked this way instead of this way. Alright, again, you guys are probably noticing my commentary is pretty biased towards sort of tanky, bruisery type guys. I'm not saying too much about, like, Syndra and stuff, even though she's doing quite well. I don't play mid laners, I don't like playing casters, so I just don't have a lot to say about them. It's just kind of like, oh, you're doing well, you killed something, good job. Yeah, this is also the one lane where there's a bit of an elo disparity. This is silver versus bronze, the mid lane. The Vel'Koz was the bronze, because we had to fill space. And he's not doing terribly for himself, it looks like. I mean, he's sort of keeping up, so. Alright. What's going on here? Anything interesting? How are the builds going? Usual stuff. Stinger! What? I don't know why you're building that. That's pretty weird. Graves is doing something pretty standard. The enemy team has not built any armor at all, so yeah, Graves is doing the right thing. He doesn't have to even bother with Last Whisper. I don't know why you have Last Whisper. I mean, I'd have to think about what the hell else Tiger Man builds, but you just got caught. Like, they literally have no armor, and you already have a Black Cleaver. Okay, no, hold on. Parma has Ninja on the top, yeah, I see it. Walked. Oh my god, that guy almost walked into the thing. He just flashes out in time. There should be a second or third kill from him. Good job, guys. Yeah, and now just sort of the gold lead is showing itself. Any kind of fight, as long as it's not too terrible, they're going to win. So we're holding on valiantly, but it's just him. Who backed? Udyr? I don't know why Rengar backed. They'll take the free inhib. Now, if they had all stayed, they could have easily taken 2 inhibs, which is also an option, but yeah, and then again, there's also a risk of being low and someone getting caught out and they do a counter baron or something. This is really dangerous right now. They really want this and they're going to get it, but if they're going to do that, everyone should have stuck around. Rengar is doing his split thing again. He's putting his team in danger a lot by doing that. Like, it didn't cost them, fortunately, but it could have. Like, especially if, you know, do any of them have home guards? One person has home guards. If they all respawned with home guards and just, like, dashed into them, that would have been a wipe there, and that could have been really bad. If I was on the enemy, that's what I'd be saying. You know, I'd hope everyone has home guards, dash into them, and take the counter baron. We lost 2 inhibs. In fact, they might have been actually able to save that inhib. It depends. So a risky play, but it works out, so I'm not going to complain too much. So we just got a bit of a lull here. There's not too much going on at the moment, so I'm going to take a drink of water. Rengar is pushed out unnecessarily again a bit. Like, he's just... like, there isn't too much pick potential in any team, so it's not as risky as it could be, but... The Yona should not... like, what purpose does that serve? She's going to pick up 3 extra CS. Be with the team. Oh my god, like, the only way you could possibly lose this if it's an asymmetrical fight. Rengar is going to back with 900 gold. That's not a good idea. He bought home guards or something, I think. I'm not really sure what he did with. And see, look, the instant he back, a fight happens. That is a horrible, horrible idea. It works out, they get a kill, and then Udyr gets lucky and then just kind of dashes out. But that's more due to inattentiveness on, like, their team's side. And they have a free baron because there's 2 inhibs down. Udyr can't tank that. Here comes the Rengar. He's just going to kill everyone because he's so far ahead, and that's game there. So, yeah. I mean, score-wise, yes, the game does look pretty one-sided. And, yeah, our team was winning the whole time. I think the main thing to be learned about this game, though, is it shouldn't have been, like... shouldn't have even been the potential to lose this game. And many, many instances there were. There were very, very scary, tense moments where it's like, oh shit, you know, if Tsunami's team had done the correct thing, that would have been like they could have come back very easily. So, good job on the win, guys, though. But let's remember the lessons of not standing in Belkoz's ult. But there we go. That's game. Good job, guys. You protected the honor of Pawnce stream. You've shown that freedom always defeats tyranny in the end. Or something. Yeah. Let's look at the stats real quick if anyone's interested, and then that'll probably be a segment where I cut out of the stream and it'll be a video or something. But, yeah, damage dealt, that makes sense. That looks about right. Yeah. Udyr's damage is a bit low, but yeah, he had the right idea, but put himself behind early, so. Damage taken. Alright, so yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye.